In this video, I'm going to explain how to unpivot the data set which has a merge set. The method I'm going to show you without complex encoding. All of the solution will be done using user interface only, and this technique you can use for large and heavy data set. Okay, we have the data set in which we have the fourth column. The fifth column is actually the category. In this case, machine, fabrication, and building supplier. And we have the list of supplier mentioned here. We have another category. We have a list of supplier, and same for all of other category. Now the goal is to unpivot this data set, and on column E we want to show category, and column F will be show the list of supplier. So how we can do it? The first thing, I will click on A1 cell, simply click Ctrl Shift right arrow key, and now click Ctrl Shift down arrow key, and we have select the entire data set. Simply click Ctrl backspace key, and now we move to the active A1 cell again. The next thing, I will click on formula and simply assign a name for my data set. I will click on new and simply type, let's say, my data. We already select the entire data set. I will simply hit OK and close this window. The next thing, make sure you select my data set, click on data, click on from table/range. Now you can see our data has been loaded into Power Query. If I scroll to the right side, you can see machine, fabrication, and building supplier, and all of other column has been null. Of course, we can quickly transpose this data and we will get the required result. For example, I will click on transform, click on transpose. The first column, you can see all of my data set, and I can simply click fill and fill down. But if you have a large data set, this method will not work. So in this video, I'm going to show you each and everything with user interface, another method to solve this problem. The first thing, I will click transpose table step. Also, I think better to remove change type step. Okay, the first thing, I will right click and duplicate my query one more time. For now, I will rename this, let's say, my full data. I will click on home tab, and in this case, I want keep row. I will click keep top row. In this case, I will only select one and simply hit OK. Now you can see it delete all of my data set and only keep first row. Now I will click on transform, click transpose, right click, fill and fill down. Again, we will transpose this data set. The next thing, I will click on my data, and we need to remove this first row. I will click on home and simply remove top row, and I will assign 1, hit OK. Now we have removed the header. But notice one thing, we have column 1, column 2, column 3. These are a heading. And here we also have the same heading name. So we can easily append this data set. I will click on append query and simply click append query. We need to select two table and simply assign my data, which is the first query, and hit OK. Now you can see we successfully get all of my data set. The next thing, we need to promote the header. So I will simply click on transform and click use first row as a header. But notice one thing, you can see machine fabrication, and here you can see /1, /2, /3. Just keep this in mind. For now, I will select the first 4 column. I will click the first column and simply use shift right arrow key to select the other 3 columns. Right click and pivot other column. Now you can see it's assigned the name attribute to category and value to supplier. So of course we can simply double click and rename it here. But if you don't want to add extra step, you can simply expand formula bar and write a name for your attribute. In this case, this is, let's say, category. Simply click on checkbox, and now we get all of our data in proper format. The next thing, we need to remove these null. I will simply click uncheck the blank and simply hit OK. So that is how you can get the proper formatted data. For now, I will click on file, click on close and load to, and simply click only create connection and hit OK. Now you can see we have 2 query. I will insert a new worksheet and simply right click on my query, load to, select table, click A1 and simply hit OK. This is all of our data set. Now you can simply analyze this data and get all of the information you want. So now I'm going to show you just a summary. So this was the same data I format for my client, and this is the summary. We have the list of supplier, the count of supplier, and here I use a little bit formula to get the data from other sheet, the total spend, and now you can see total amount we have spent, total unique supplier, the count of total supplier, and we can easily filter by any of the category. Also, we can easily filter by type as well. So this is how these techniques are very useful. I hope you learned something useful from this video. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel for more video. And if you have time, please share this video as well. Thank you so much.